Hi everyone, it's your girl Mac here with Mac Got the Juice. Today we're doing another tutorial on the face. It's my everyday look. So to start, we're going to be priming our face. I used a new primer this time. It's the Milani Strobe Primer. I got it from Walgreens, but I just wanted to try something new because I want my skin to look a little bit glowy, especially through the winter months. So I tried that. I put it all over my face. I usually just put it on my T-zone and my cheeks, but I decided to just rub it all in this time. So now that we're primed, next thing, I'm going to spray my face with some Fix Plus just to make sure I still have that moisture in my face. And then I tried a new foundation. It's the NYX Total Drop, or NYX, whatever you call it. It's the Total Drop foundation and the brush. So I use that. At first I shook it up because it is very liquidy. So I did like it a little bit, but the only thing with it is that with the brush specifically, I had to keep going back in and keep going back in. And that's probably the only thing I didn't like about using the brush in the foundation. The foundation itself is pretty good. I don't really like super full coverage. So it was nice that I had a little bit of control. I also made sure to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange to color correct around my mouth. Lately, I've been doing it like as I'm doing my foundation instead of first and then just blending it in. And it doesn't really make a difference, but I do like how it turns out. I like how it ends up looking. So we're just using that. I feel like because of the brush, I did go a little full with the coverage, but it's okay. I still really did like how it turned out. It is a really good foundation. I would repurchase it again. But I did change the brush because I felt like the brush wasn't really blending it in as much, and I don't always use a beauty blender. So I did take my Real Techniques buffing brush, to go ahead and go in with it to make sure that it was all blended. So now I'm using my matte concealer. I put it on my hand. It's the pump one, and I just take a brush. And I really don't, for my everyday look, I really don't like a whole lot of concealer. It's not full glam. I'm not going out. So I really do make sure that I have the brightness under my eyes, but I don't do too much. Of course, I always put it down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then I do my eyelids too because we're not doing any eyeshadow for this look. And then I go in with my Sephora concealer and I go back over that. It's a little bit brighter than the color that I put on, so just to give it a little bit of a brighter effect. And then I take my damp beauty blender and I blend that all completely out. Usually I don't put concealer on my eyelids, but because I'm not doing any any eyeshadow, I do like to make sure that I at least conceal it so that way my whole middle of my face looks seamless. And it looks like eyeshadow even without wearing eyeshadow once you set it. So I do like to do that. But right here, I'm just making sure that I'm blending everything out. Blend, blend, blend. And I even spray a little bit more Fix Plus on my beauty blender because, of course, the dampness starts to go away the more you use it. So I just like to keep it a little bit damp, and I'll, throughout the time, spray my Fix Plus on there. So now that we've gotten pretty much everything blended, we're going to go ahead and move on to setting. So I'm going to always use my Laura Mercier setting powder and my e.l.f. I think this is a concealer brush. I'm not too sure. I just like the shape of it. It's really easy to get in those corner of the eyes. It's just a really easy brush to set my under eye with. And then for a little bit more coverage, I just go in with my damp beauty blender and I just put some more on there and then bounce it out. But I specifically like to use that brush under my eye, and then I use my beauty blender for the rest of my face. Beauty blender tends to give you a little bit more product than anything else. So now that we're all set, we're going to set the rest of the face, and I'm going to use my MAC mineralized skin finish. That's hard to say fast. And my Real Techniques all over the face brush. And I'm just going to go and set all the places that I didn't set with my Laura Mercier setting powder. A, A, So now we're gonna move on to contouring. I use something new. I use cream contour, and I use the Black Radiance cream contour, and I really like this product. I use the darker shade out of there. I know for, you know, brown skin women, sometimes it's hard to find that right contour color without it looking muddy, but I really liked the way this looked. It kind of looked like a blush, so I didn't have to do much. And I used my Real Techniques blush brush to do this. With cream, I'm noticing that you have to use a really dense brush because like having a lighter brush doesn't really pick up enough product, but if your brush is dense, you can get a little bit more. So I put it around of course, my forehead and along the sides as my contour. It definitely makes it warms up your face, because once you conceal the middle, sometimes you can lose that color. So I just brought color back to my face in doing that contour. So next I'm going to highlight. I used a cream highlighter. This is the one by Sephora. It's kind of like a pump, like the Total Drop from NYX. And I just put it on the back of my hand. And it was my first time really using it. I've had it for a long time, but I just wanted to try something. But whoosh, like, whoosh. You can cut that highlight with a knife, I swear. But it definitely gives you that highlight. It was a good color. You can mix it into your foundation. You can use it however you want to use it. I was just trying something new that I had saw on YouTube. So I was just like, hey, let me try it. So I definitely did do a lot of blending with my finger because I didn't want it, my highlight. For every day, you kind of want a subtle highlight. Normally, I would probably use a different one. My Taraji Glow by MAC is probably the main one I would go for because it gives inner highlight versus like a cut you with a knife kind of highlight. But I went back in, and just to like go over that, I took the Gilded Honey by Mercier, Laura Geller, excuse me. I took my Gilded Honey and I took my Anastasia highlighting brush, sprayed the Fix Plus as you saw, and went back over that just to kind of tone it down. I mean, it's still bright, but I did tone it down just a little bit with the powder, just to make sure. I didn't want it to be too bright. And then I'm going in with my Milani Rose Blush, and I'm going to smile and get those apples of the cheeks. Always make sure when you're putting on blush to apply them to the apples of your cheeks. So smiling just makes that easy. And I'm kind of going over that highlight to see if I can tone it down a little bit. But always smile. At least get the apples of your cheeks. That's what they're there for. So now that we're done with the face, I'm going to line my eyes with a NYX Ink eyeliner. So then I'm going to go on with my Big Shot mascara. And then off screen, I went ahead and applied some lashes. So normally I use a different lash this time, but normally I would use like demi wispies or like a lighter lash. That's more natural looking. So then after I applied my lashes, I'm going back to the Big Shot mascara that I use. That's a new mascara. It's awesome. I really like it. I'm putting that on my bottom lash line. I applied it to my lashes before I put on my lashes, and then I applied it to my bottom lash line, and then I'm going to apply it to the top lash line where the lashes are as well. Bottom lashes are tricky to me. I just really started paying attention to them, but it does make your look different. So it makes it look brighter. It makes your eyes look bigger. So I do like to use that. So I'm going back in with that Gilded Honey that I use over the cream highlight, excuse me. And I'm going in the inner corner of my eyes just to brighten up my eyes. That's the only place that we're really going to be using. Well, it's not even eyeshadow, but that's the only place that you're going to apply anything to the eyes besides your mascara and your lashes. Another trick, eyeliner. Using eyeliner or lining your lash line also makes it so that when you put on lashes, it hides that lash band so it looks a little bit more natural. So we're just still making sure that we're getting that highlight in the inner corner of the eyes, of course. And then we're also going to put some under our eyebrows. Excuse me. I had a brain fart for a second. But we put some under the eyebrows, and now we're going to move on to the lips. I'm using my NYX Fortune Cookie lip gloss. For my everyday look, I really just like to pop on lip gloss. Like heavy lipstick or anything like that really isn't necessary. So I really just like to use lip gloss and call it a day. Like I said, you can tweak this look any other way. This is if I want to throw on some makeup and have it be seamless. This is what I usually do, and I love it. And it's so easy. And normally, like I said, I would use lighter lashes, but I was feeling fresh and sexy today, so I did some lashes. So now I'm gonna set my face with the new Milani spray, and I really like how it sprays out. It gives you good coverage. It's not like super heavy, and it really makes, like, ties the whole look together. Like, it melts everything together, and it looks really good. It's a good dupe to the Fix Plus if you don't want to spend Fix Plus money. So I'm just spreading that out and making sure that it's all dry, fixing myself. Yes, yes. So just to give you guys a closer look, this is the final look. That's all I did. All I did. Maybe it takes 15, 20 minutes, maybe. But that's all I did. Thank you guys again for watching. I truly appreciate all your love. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And tell your friends to join the juice party. I keep telling y'all, we doing big things over here. So thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed.